Welcome everyone that clicked in this video. You can call me May, and today is a video about the Animatic I released recently. For those who didn't see it, I released a Jizzy or Joel x Lizzie or LD Shadley x Smallish Beans animatic to the song Would You Fall in Love With Me Again from Epic the Musical. So one reason is because I absolutely love this song. This song is high quality, a peak, great. It's probably my favorite, or if not one of my top favorite from the musical. For those who watch it, I remember hearing and seeing the clips that I used at the start of Martin or in the Little Woods talking about the life series lore is related to Joel and Lizzie, like you heard at the start. For those who don't know, in Limited Life, Lizzie replaced Pearl for an episode, and everyone was supposed to, act like it was just Pearl, but Joel kept calling her Lizzie because obviously it's Lizzie, but she was Pearl. But so Martin decided, since Joel's the only one that mentioned it, it was part of the lore that since they're soulmates and married and stuff in other SMPs, like he said, Joel always recognized Lizzie. And then I heard that and I thought that was adorable. And then I heard this song and I was like, how come somebody hasn't made this go together? Because it would work so well. And then when I looked up the audio, I was going through the audio one day because I liked the audio a lot when it first came out. There were a lot of people making edits stuff, so I had to watch them. And I found one singular edit related to Joel and Lizzie, related to that plot line. Sadly, it was not the best audio quality, but it was fine. I found one edit, but I was like, nobody's made an animatic, and I'm like, wait, I got a YouTube channel, I can draw. Why don't I do it? So I decided to make an animatic based on that. A little bit of life series lore. I said life series lore question mark because it's partially life series lore. So yeah, I based this off the life series lore. It's probably not 100% accurate, but I based it off of it because I like the life series and I find it fun. For all these series, I have at least watched one person's perspective in each of them. And like I said in my description of that video, is Misadventures came out after I started this already, and I couldn't really fit it in. Also, I needed a little bit more stuff from it to actually make a design based on it. So this video is just basically explaining some stuff about each design and the characters and my ideas behind it. We're gonna get into it. First, I do want to mention when I was looking up the series, I randomly when I was looking it up, I randomly found a link to this Instagram artist called Pebble Tea that did Lizzie for several different of her series. I didn't take any of them outright, but it reminded me of some series. I think it reminded me of Deep End, and then it gave me some design ideas, like SOS having the different colored hair and the mayor patch on the arm of the Empire Season 2. I'm not gonna show the art because it's not my art, and I told you the names, so you can go look them up on Instagram, and I think their art is cute. At least what I've seen of the little other shy ladies they made. We're gonna just get into it. So we'll start with their default designs, as I called it in the description when I was labeling all the designs. Their default, their basic Minecraft skins. This is the only one that you can see full body color. So I just based it on their Minecraft skin, added a little bit of creative liberty to their outfits, but not much. The one things I did add was add green ears and green on the face for an ogre-esque look for Joel to because I like when people add stuff from when he used to be Shrek. So I decided for my Joel design, I'm gonna just add a little bit green on his face. He probably has more green markings on him too, on his arms and stuff, and his ears are green. And then for Lizzie, I decided to make her a shadow person, I guess the best way to describe it. So I decided her legs, her hands, and her ears all fade with black to look like shadow. That's the only thing I really got to mention about this one because everything else is just their skin designs. Now the order, before I made this all, I ordered them all up in different ways. Some are in certain places because of certain reasons. All I did is try not to put life series next to each other, or the empires or the one lives next to each other. The next one that you would see in the I guess the torso up shot, the next one that pops up is Impossible Minecraft, and I decided just to absolutely make them look battle scarred and stuff, and absolutely they're getting wrecked out there because of the thing for it. So I just took their normal skins and added to him to make him more damaged. And the reason the next three are in this spot because I thought they were three not lesser series, but ones I didn't enjoy as much. as others, not because they're bad, but because either they're smaller or because I just really like the other series. But yes, this is Impossible Minecraft. And they both didn't have many episodes to go off of, and not much to base their designs off of, so I just went with their designs, but like, I don't know, their designs but damaged. The next one after that is Deep End, which is literally just her skin, but plus a turtle shell on her back and turtle helmet, and then her hair being slightly different. Joel's, I took the fact that the Shrek skin. On most of Joel's, if he was a Shrek skin at the time, I made his hair green to represent that. Decided to make him, I made him all human on all of his designs, even though he was a Shrek in some of them. So I decided to make a green merfolk. So that's what this is. My idea is that he can change his legs from a tail to legs, or his tail from legs to a tail, or vice versa, however you want to see it. Besides that, he's just a fish guy. I made him a mermaid boy is basically all you gotta know about him, and then the design features are because of that. Besides that, I based his outfit on his Minecraft skin, minus the fact that I added a wrap around his waist because I thought it'd look cool. Third one is Trollcraft. Based most of their designs, if they didn't have a specific character they were going for, I based it on kind of their house and what they did with it. So Joel's first house was a pot of gold, but then he changed it to a rainbow tree. So I decided to make him an elf with some rainbow details. Again, he was a Shrek at this time, so he has green hair, and he has green blotches on his on him. For Lizzie, this is when she was in the Barbie mansion, so I decided to make her a doll. She's technically a ball jointed doll by the looks of how I drew it, even though I would say she was probably more of a Barbie doll, but it's easier to draw ball jointed dolls to make them look like dolls. So that's what I did. I just based it on like a basic Barbie outfit, but I did her colors. And this is one of the only ones of Lizzie was with makeup because Barbie. Next after that is Afterlife, specifically their first lives in Afterlife when he was the Blaze and she was the raccoon. This one, for him, I just basically took his design and then just changed his hair. His hair in my mind is like a little ponytail that goes like up at the end of it to like up and like faces upward like it's floating like fire. And then he has this fire tattoo like designs on him. Besides, that's pretty much his skin. He does have smoke rolling off his eyes because he's tearing up. He's a blaze, so it would burn. I thought that was a fun thing to add. So yeah. And then for Lizzie, I just took some ideas I've seen people use for it and then just did like the little cape thing with raccoon features. The ears are actually her ears. Same with the tail. So yeah, I just went fun with it. I had a pink bowl Lizzie for a fun thing. These aren't full like in-depth design detail things. These are just me mentioning where I got the inspiration from and like a couple design things that stood out to me. I mainly mentioned his hair because you can see it swooping up in the corner, and that wouldn't make sense if you couldn't see it from the back. It just looks weird from the front angle, but I couldn't figure out how to do it otherwise. But yeah, the one after that is Crazy Craft. So for Crazy Craft, Lizzie was in the Disney Princess Castle, so I decided to make her just a princess, but she still has the walrus hat of peace on. And then I decided to give her little rainbow earrings because of her neon cat secret base. And besides that, she's just a princess, kind of based on Sleeping Beauty's, I think, design. And Joel was living in the Adventure Time treehouse, so I decided to make it slightly inspired by Adventure Time outfit. By looking up Finn. So he just has a t-shirt and some shorts, but he has his jacket is shortened, and then he has like a hood thing. I feel like I was gonna make that brown to match the thing, but I didn't. His hood has the little antlers that he has on top of his head on it. I imagine instead of like, you know, Finn has like the little ear things. I think he has the antler things. So I thought it was cute. And then he has more green on him because again, this was a Shrek era Joel skin. One after that is Empires. Season 2. Empire Season 2. So Joel's is basically just Joel, but the only thing I only added 2 things to it, and that was the fade of the gold in the eyes, and then the ring on his finger, because I like the little head canon that most people have that Joel from Empire Season 2 is this Joel from Empire Season 1, but like absorbed the ocean orb and became this. So I gave him a prismarine ring, like it was his wedding ring from his previous life, or from way back when he was married to the Ocean Queen, because I find that lore fun. So I decided to add that for a fun little thing. And then Lizzie's, so she's a cat. This is the first time I've drawn anything close to like this furry of like a character. I think it came out cute. I gave her 2 different color eyes because cats can have that, and I love adding that to characters. I thought it fit. She has, her natural hair color would be like the just darker version of the color that she has, as you can see here, but it fades to pink because she uses it. For this, I did put the mask on the side so you could actually see her face in emotion. She just has like a longer suit coat that goes like down in the back and has like poofs underneath it. The tie, the mayor band, the armband, and then the band on the tail all represent one of the 4 districts of her Animalia that she made. So that's what those colors are. And she has a little amethyst on her head because it's the jewel of her empire. And I just did a basic version of Lizzie's face for her mask. But that's pretty much it. Next is Last Life. So with all the Life series, I chose a different color life for each series. And it happened to line up perfectly for what time period of the series I wanted them to be from. So Joel's is just literally Joel's skin. I don't think I changed a single thing about it. Like minus how it's drawn maybe, but it's just Joel's skin. Lizzie is, I took Lizzie's base skin and made it into a fairy outfit. So that's why it still has like the stripe on the arm and then the blue color. The fairy fort, you know, I decided to give her a lot of flower related stuff and some mushrooms because she was in the dark forest. I decided for all of Lizzie's Life series ones, she has a hair fade of the color. This is the only one I changed it so it's darker than the actual eye color of the color. I'm saying color a lot. But yeah, I would imagine that before, like her, maybe like when she was green, obviously everything that was red would be green, but like maybe maybe her dress was like a really pale blue, and then it got to the normal blue that it usually is when she was yellow, and then got darker. You know, maybe like a change. I guess the only thing that wouldn't have changed color on her with the series color would be the mushrooms and maybe the freckles because they were supposed to kind of represent mushrooms. But yeah, the one after that is Kingdom Craft. I will say Kingdom Craft is one of the ones I put in a certain spot because it says, "You're always my husband." So I went and looked back. The first series after they were married, so I decided to put that there for that reason. But this one, I decided to make Lizzie the Ice Queen. But since she was the League of Villains leader, she's an evil Ice Queen. I love her outfit. The bunny is there because that's the symbol for the League of Villains. I added corruption onto both their faces. Lizzie has more because she was corrupted for longer. She has the white eye because she started her villainy by listening to Herobrine. So that's why she has the white eye, and then the other eye is red because evil, fun, you know, creative. Otherwise, she's just an icy queen. She has the leaf on her ear because of Joel, and then Joel has an ice spike on his ear because of Lizzie. You know, they have each other's kingdom-related stuff. But yeah, Lizzie was the ruler of the Alpine's kingdom. Well, Joel was the ruler of the Birch kingdom. Birch boy, I think is what he called himself. So I decided to add birch antlers because I thought they would look cool on him. He has the birch markings on his face. He has like the green ears and stuff. He has long hair. He has a little bit of corruption and the fully red eye and then the like dark red eye because it's not fully, you know, he's not fully corrupted evil like she is at this moment. But obviously he low-key is. And then he has the bunny thing too. The green things on his outfit are supposed to look like bushes, the light greener ones. And then the collar of his jacket was supposed to kind of give a leaf motif to it. So yeah. The next one after that is Funcraft. So with this one, Joel he lived in like this palace-esque area. I would call it a palace, but it wasn't like a castle. Something like palace, like fancy building. So I gave him a fancy outfit, but he also eventually later got slime wings, and so I decided to do a slime fairy. So that's why he's covered in green, because he's a slime fairy. You know? Again, with the green hair, like the previous one and stuff, because of Shrek. I decided just to make him a slime fairy. That's why he has like goopy looking hair and goopy looking ears and stuff. He's a slime fairy. That's all you need to really know about him to see where I got the design ideas. And then Lizzie, I based it on the fact that she built a circus of crazy creatures in Funcraft. So I decided to make her outfit look like a tent. She has the wings because she used the wings in a couple episodes for flying around. She had the like feather wings and then she had the butterfly wings. But I thought the feather wings just worked better. It's just to go with the theme of circus. She has Stitch ears because she had the Disney hat mod she made in that one, and she wore the Stitch hat a lot, so I gave her the Stitch ears because she loves Stitch. So she has Stitch ears, and that's why the blue hair is faded blue, because fun, and that's why her hair is curly, because fun. And I gave her darker blue eyes because same reason. Next is One Life 2.0. This one, Lizzie was in a lavender forest and had lived on mushrooms, so I decided to make her a mushroom with the lavender colors and green vines and stuff. She has the night wings because of her horse. Zodiac, I think it was. Because every night her Zodiac, and then she just has half and half hair because I thought it was fun. You can pretty much tell. I've seen people, like, I think it was that dress I've seen before, like the poofy dresses that have the really poofy tops. Somebody made a mushroom one of that. So I based her top off that. And Joel, he didn't really, like, it was hard to make him for this one because he didn't have a really distinct, like, style of building that time. He just had a nice little greenhouse. So I decided to make him just a chill man, like a nice cottage-esque style man. He has wings. I believe I gave him wings because, one, he had the first fairy horse, but I think one of the other reasons was because he was the only one to die in the previous season of One Life before the Purge. For those who haven't watched any of these series, half the stuff I'm saying is probably confusing. I'm probably also talking way too fast. Sorry. But yeah, so that's why he looks basic. And green because of Shrek. I went a little more out on the green on his face in this one for fun, though. This next one is SOS. So while I was drawing these is when I watched some of these, like SOS, when I watched Lizzie's perspective. So Joel, from what I saw of him in SOS, he just built a cute little cottage. So I gave him a cottage core outfit and did a fade of light on his hair. And made his hair curlier because of that. I like his design here. I think it's cute. And then Lizzie, because she went in the deep dark the first episode and then built in Skulk and stuff, I decided to make her a Warden Skulk corrupted-esque character. Yeah, you can basically tell where I got that from. I really honestly like how Lizzie's came out. I think she looks cool. Her outfit is based on the fact that she had literally a bright pink outfit on the thing. Most of like the things on her outfit though are like based on the Warden having like the rib cage like stuff. So I added that to her design on her arms and neck and stuff. She has the Skulk like infection like stuff all over her body and outfit. She has the antlers from the Warden, and then she has the fade in the hair, like I mentioned that I kind of got inspired by that one person. And then the mask is literally just the house that she's made head because I thought it was cool and I wanted to add on her design, so it was a mask. And I honestly really like that one. The next one, number 13, is Secret Life. So in Secret Life, Joel literally just wore the Life series hoodie, which I need to do this now. I have one of these. My sister got it for my birthday the year they came out, and I absolutely love it. It's probably one of my favorite hoodies. It's so comfy, and I don't think I'll have another chance to mention it, so I'm mentioning it here. So it's based, I literally have the one that Joel's wearing in this. Besides that, Joel I just gave slightly more curly hair and then gave him otherwise he looks basically the exact same as his default, minus the fact that he has yellow instead of green on his hair, and then his eyes are yellow because they're on their yellow lives. So that's why he's yellow instead of a brown and green on his eyes and hair. And then besides that, it's basically his default design with just the Life series hoodie. And then Lizzie made herself a little pumpkin cute house, so I decided to give her a little pumpkin sweater and some pumpkin hair things. Like I think I've seen people do her buns as pumpkins during this, so I did it because it's a perfect design idea. Besides that, it's pretty much her default, again, besides the yellow fade in the hair and the yellow eyes. I imagine that the shirt she has underneath is literally just the shirt she wears underneath her default outfit. Maybe a longer sleeve though, because maybe that one's not a long sleeve, but I don't know. I just made a cute little pumpkin sweater. I will say I was very close to making this version of Lizzie a bee because of the bees that she had. But I decided, unless Life series literally had like a reason to make them like a creature, I decided to keep them not as one to make it more simple. And I really like this Lizzie design. The next one after that is X Life. Another one I watched for the first time during this. His is basically just his Jeremyism outfit, but with purple fade in the hair and then the purple heart on the cheek that says the amount of life he has. Because he had a skin, so I went with it. And then Lizzie's is based on when she turned into a witch, or did the witch thing. She has all the green because that's the color of her wand. She has the little panda on the tip of her hat because the grumpy panda was her familiar. And she is a panda because when I realized that her familiar was a panda, and then she had a whole episode of doing panda-related stuff and did a bunch of stuff with pandas in that season, I took the opportunity to make her a panda in this specific one because when else am I going to get the opportunity to make her a panda? So I did because pandas, I love pandas, they're my favorite animal, so I took the opportunity. Besides that, I just did kind of a witch outfit vibe. So yeah, next one after that is One Life, the first season. Joel again was in just like a big brown like house with vines growing on it, so I decided to give him a more like slight cottage-esque, but not cottage, but more just like nature guy outfit, I guess is the best way to describe it. Jack and the Beanstalk vibes popped in my head when I'm looking at it right now. Again, the Shrek details, because Shrek. Technically, I realized that Shrek's little like antler things are his ears on the side of his head, but most people put them on Joel's top of his head, and I just think it looks better because he has actual ears too, so I like the look of it. Lizzie's is I basically just took her house, the mermaid palace from that season, and put it on her character. So she's like a mermaid girl with the blue is from like the roof of her house, the stars because she has star in it, the wings are because she added wings to it, and then the base of it is just the basic color of her house. So basically, I just took her house and made her a character based off of it, but it's her. Yeah, I like this one too. I think it came out good. Second to last one is Empires Season 1. This one is here because it is probably my favorite out of all the SMPs that I did here. I can say that because how many characters is it now? Yeah, so Empire Season 1 is here because at the like second to last because it's my favorite of the SMP, like the SMP story ones they did that I have here. Lizzie's, I did a design, if you look very closely at my actual intro, not the one I used for this animatic. I did do a Lizzie design, but I decided to change it a little bit. And I remember just seeing Lizzie's official pin that she had, so I kind of got inspired from that outfit, but changed it a little bit. And then I gave her a crown, but in like a sea fun way, so it's like a flower crown but made of seashells and sponges and stuff and prismarine. She has the ring around her neck because I imagine I wanted to show it, but she couldn't have it on her finger. I imagine that's her engagement ring she wears around her neck, maybe. You know what, making up on spot. She wears the engagement ring around her neck, but she has her actual ring on her finger. No, actually, the reason I didn't put it on her finger is because she has webbed fit hands, and I didn't think it would, she couldn't wear a ring. So that's why it's around her neck, actually. That's why. She has the Azalea flower with a little clay blobs on it for a fun nod to Joel. Besides that, she's just the blue axolotl. And the markings are based on her skin, on her Minecraft skin. And then Joel's is a while back. Joel's is completely different than probably other ones you've seen. But a while back, I made gacha versions of Lizzie and Joel. I made literally 2 videos with them. I don't know if I'll ever show them because they're cringe. But I made him like a clay dragon, and I loved the idea so much. And he had like the clay mark face, so I went with it here. He's a clay dragon dude, and he had a cape on the design I gave him, so I gave him a cape here. And he didn't have the sash, the like moss sash on the one I gave him, but I decided to add it for more interest to his design. Otherwise, it's the same outfit he wears in Empire Season 1, same like basic outfit and crown. I did give him heterochromia, I think that's how you pronounce it, the 2 different color eyes, because I thought him having an orange eye and a green eye would be cool, because I know his eyes are normally brown, but for this, they're not. And he has the green markings on his face, because, you know, gotta give that Shrek vibe a little bit, even though he wasn't Shrek at this time. His fade of his hair is his hair is faded with a little orange to add some more color and fun. And then he has a little earring with pearls down to a little shell to represent Lizzie. Same with the little pearl clip. I think it might have been gold in my original design, but I decided to make it a pearl here because it's cute. I also think it'd be fun if this version of Joel kind of just glides with his wings and can't actually fly. Yeah, Joel's is based on the old design I made of Joel. Lizzie's is a newer design based on like designs I've seen of Lizzie. And then the last one is wildlife. I chose wildlife as the last one you see here because since this was based kind of on life series lore, this is the most recent life series to come out at the time of making the animatic, besides real life. But Lizzie wasn't even in real life, so it doesn't count. But Joel, I literally just took his skin but added green fade to his ears and added like a little scar and made his hair more messy. And then obviously bright green eyes and bright green hair for the life that he's on, which is the green life. I don't know how to draw muscles well, so that's what they're supposed to be. That's what's supposed to be, is muscles, because that's what his skin was supposed to be. But they probably didn't come out right. But I think he's fine. Lizzie is based on the singular episode that she wore, the bamboozler outfit. I've seen I don't remember who it was. I don't remember her name. She has really nice animatics though. And I saw that, like, I like how she did the shorter in the front, longer in the back with like the undercoat thing. You can't see that here, but she has that. Besides that, I made her a pink parrot, like how she made parrots for her, Scar, and Jimmy, because they were the bamboozlers. So I imagine if I ever drew Jimmy and Scar from wildlife, they would also be parrots of their respective colors. So I gave her a parrot design. Besides that, it's pretty much the same as Minecraft skin she wore. And then she has the green fade in her hair and the green eyes. But yeah, she's a parrot. That's the only thing I really added that wasn't on her original design. And this is the last part of the thing, and I'm going to speed run through these. So I decided, I know, drawing all these photos wasn't enough work. I add more work to it. So I decided, since in most of the Epic, the musical versions of this song, when people do it, they add during the instrumental part that does "I'm Just a Man" after she says the "you" and it goes to instrumental. People usually do flashes through this the story. So I decided to do that kind of here too, by drawing one image telling one scene of them from each series. Minus default, because it's technically not a series, it's just their Minecraft skins. So we're gonna start and just say what series and what moment. So the first one is Impossible Minecraft, when Joel asks Lizzie to go kill horses. The second one is The Deep End, when they went to go bury the treasure. I specifically chose the little island location where they built a palm tree. The Trollcraft one is when Lizzie was pranking Joel with the armor and he started running super fast because of it. I will mention that I gave Lizzie a design based on one of the dresses from Barbie Fashion Fairy Tale, because I imagine if she was a Barbie or a doll, she'd be changing her outfit all the time. The next one is Afterlife, when they stand underneath the umbrella as Blaze and Raccoon, because it's adorable. The next one is Crazy Craft, when Lizzie asks Joel to strike with lightning, and he's like, okay, babe, let's do it. And then she is asking him, you're not even gonna ask me what I'm gonna do with it. And he's like, nah. The next one is Empire Season 2, when Joel asks if he can get Amethyst for a smile. I really like how Lizzie looks in this one. I love how she came out here. The full body came out really well, and I love it. So here, stare at it for a little bit longer. Yeah, also her face came out really nice too underneath the mask, so that's why I have the little bubble of her expression on the side, because I wanted to show it. So how it came out, but it wouldn't look good if I put the mask on and then erase the mask. It wouldn't work. Next after that is Last Life, when Lizzie says the line, I've always had a thing for red names and bad boys, to Joel. I did that here. He looks a little concerned. That line's hilarious. And then after that is Kingdom Craft, when they first go to the first villain base, and Lizzie sits on the throne and Joel bends down, because she's like, no, I'm the ruler, or whatever she says. So that's why it looks a little bit here. I can't describe the emotion, so I just make the sound effect. So yeah, that's what's happening here. Funcraft, I only watched Lizzie's perspective of Funcraft, but I could not find, because I went through it and skipped through it because I already watched it once, I could not find a moment from Funcraft of Lizzie and Joel together. So I decided just to do when she pranked him with the John, and his name is John Cena door, and he screams. So I decided to do if she was watching when that happened. The next one is One Life 2.0, and he gets himself trapped in the cage and she has to come help him. I feel like there's a reason I gave him that earring, but I don't remember what. Next one is SOS, when they do the pillager thing and she says pull the lever, Kronk, obviously, because it's set up there. This one was nice because I didn't have to draw their faces. Probably one of my favorite of all the drawings is this one, which was The Secret Life, when no one except for him came to her party. And he's, consoling her, making her feel better, because everyone does this moment when they do stuff related to the series and related to Liz and Joel, and it's adorable. Also, her sleeves are pumpkins too. Also got to quickly mention, all the Life series, their colors of what life they were on matches up to the memory I chose for them of each season. So they were both yellow when this happened, they were both red when she did the red name bad boy things, and they were both green on the wildlife one. The next one is X Life, based on when Joel had Lizzie post her photos for the Jeremyism thing, and she was dressed in the Mary outfit, and she looks annoyed. One Life, he says she could borrow one of his cars. That's why he has a key in his hand and they're in his garage. Obviously, for Empire Season 1, I had to do their wedding. This is not their wedding, before she became full-on XL. I forgot to add the crown to her that she wears during her wedding. It's too late now. I'm sorry. I realize this now. I knew there was something missing. But besides that, she has the golden apple, the mushroom, and the amethyst on her ear as earrings to represent those things. And I was going to add the crown, but I forgot. And now I'm sad. And then she has the choker with the Mazalea flower on it, because I thought it was cute. And then the mark on her arm is I think it's called the Mark of Bravery from Barbie Fairytopia Mermaidia, it's called. Because if it's she's a fish character, I thought it'd be fun to add. And why isn't it on her actual design? Because maybe it's the same color as her blue skin, so it fades into it. I'm going with it. I decided to add it for fun because I like the classic Barbie movies. And then the last one is when Joel gives Lizzie a bunch of diamonds in Wildlife. Just keeps giving her diamonds because he's a simp. And you can see more of Lizzie's parrot design here. Her bottom half of her outfit didn't come out as exactly as I wanted, but you get the point of grass. So yeah, and I think that's pretty much all I really have to say for this video. So yeah, it's based on Life Series lore. If you have any other questions I did not answer in this video, feel free to put them in the comments and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. This took forever to post because it was a little bit background project for a while, and then when it came to the actual main project I got sick during like the starting half of April. I didn't really feel like drawing much, but when I got over that little bit of sickness, then I was all good and actually got back to work and finally finished this, and I like how it came out and I hope you did too. Definitely has some messy parts, but not much you can do about that unless you try it and try again. That's pretty much all I gotta say. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye bye.